Hi guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are packing the boys for camp. We are getting ready because summer camp starts next week for one of my boys and a week later for another of my boys. And I'm just getting into gear and I thought it'd be fun to have you guys come along and help me get ready. They're just going to day camp, not sleepaway camp, but I did want to chat with you guys about sleepaway camp, especially in the Jewish community, because it's a fascinating topic that I'm super interested in. I never went to sleepaway camp growing up, but I was a CIT and counselor for many years at a Jewish summer camp, so it's very near and dear to my heart. And I have so much to say on the topic, but first, let's talk a day camp. So just got these new backpacks for the older boys. I actually have to take these tags off. But what I love about them is what they say up here, built-in lunch bag, because they have to bring with them a bathing suit, a change of clothes, and lunch every day. And what I found in previous years is their backpacks could not hold all of that. But these ones have a zippered off bottom section that's insulated for the lunch. And then the towel and swimsuit change of clothes can just go in the top. And I actually am very appreciative to my friend who suggested these. I reached out to her. I was like, what do my kids need for camp this year? Like, what am I doing wrong? She was like, get these backpacks. So I did that. So we have the new backpacks. Oh, the brand is Bentgo, and we use them for their lunch boxes anyways. Their lunch boxes look like this is missing the inner part. Hold on. Okay, this video is not sponsored, but I will put all the links down below. So we use the Bentgo products for their lunch boxes. I really like that they have an older kid size one, like elementary school age, because the little kid bento boxes, all the other ones are just so small. So this is great for like elementary school age. And then this is their smaller size one for my littlest. So we've had all of these for years. They're great. And they fit perfectly inside the bottom of the back. How cool is that? Okay, so that's the lunch and backpack situation. Let me show you what else I bought. So the older boys camp, they like walk around with their water bottles. And my friend also told me to get these water bottle straps just so they can carry them a bit easier. They come in a pack of 3 from Amazon. Super inexpensive and easy, so I got those for them. We also are taking their Yeti water bottles again because they're insulated and they keep their water cool. And then this sticker, how fun is this? I just got this on Etsy. It's like a name label, but it's fun. It's fun. So I will link that. And speaking of Etsy, the boys have to change their shoes at camp, like after they are done swimming. And my kids very much struggle with putting their shoes on the right feet. They like always switch them up. So I got them these inner shoe labels on Etsy. They're personalized. And they've got a dinosaur, and that way they can see if the dinosaur fits together like a puzzle. They've got the shoes on the right feet. So hopefully that will work out this summer. So I'll link that too. Then I've been very busy with my laminator. So I do not have a Cricut machine. I definitely am one of those people that will have one in the future. Like it's just so me, but I just haven't had the time to like learn how to do it yet, so I haven't invested. But I have a color printer and a laminator. And actually my friend has a Cricut. She has a business called Sweet Berry Co. So she made me their wet dry bags. This is Corey's, and Max's are in this like Lego print, and then Zachary's is this one. How cute is that? Anyway, so that's from the Cricut. And then what I did is I just laminated these tags that say change of clothes, just to make it really clear, especially on the first days, that in here are their change of clothes and they can put their wet bathing suits in at the end of the day. And then the camps also asked for an extra set of clothes, like in case they spill, have an accident, whatever. So I also made these labels just in my laminating machine, and I'm gonna put these in the Ziploc bag as their extra clothes. Okay, then let's talk about water bottles. So I mentioned the Yetis. We've used these for years and years. My oldest son, we got his first one when he started the 2-year-old program, and we are still using it now. It is literally 6 years old and it works perfectly. I will say it's got a lot of scratches and stuff. This isn't it. This is a newer one, but it like seriously lasts. I also got them these new Simply Modern ones. And I'm gonna let them decorate it with stickers and stuff just to change it up for the year. These are a touch lighter than the Yeti ones and hold a few ounces more, so we'll see how that goes. But we've used these ones for years and years, so I'm like, let's just try something new just for fun, but we'll see how that goes. For my youngest though, and if you have any kid who I would say is like 3 or younger, I really recommend a see-through water bottle, even if it doesn't keep the water as cold, because I really want to make sure that their teachers can see if their water bottles are empty. My 2.5-year-old talks up a storm. He is extremely talkative. But, you know, he might be shy with a new teacher at camp, and there's just so much going on, such a busy day, that I can see with little kids how they might just like not drink from the water bottle if it's empty, rather than tell the counselor or teacher, like with something like this. So I like having a clear one for little ones so that they can see if it's empty. And then for my youngest, these are the bags I've always used for summer for them. The older two have them as well, and they have lasted perfectly. My middle one actually used this as his main backpack for school all year. It's the LL Bean one. And my oldest used a bigger version of this for school all year, and it lasted already 2 years. It's in perfect condition. So these are great for summer as well. The only reason I wanted the bigger ones this time around for the older kids was just for that extra like lunchbox space. But if you have a younger kid and you want to invest in a long-term backpack, the LL Bean ones last amazingly well. So that's what's going on. I thought I would pack up and chat with you guys a little about summer camp in the Jewish space. So Jewish summer camp is a really popular tradition among Jewish families. Some of the camps are fully Jewish, like they say they're a Jewish camp, they pray during the day, they have Jewish activities during the day, they might speak Hebrew at times, and are fully Jewish, and a lot of them are affiliated with a movement of Judaism. So there'll be an Orthodox Jewish camp, a Reform Jewish camp, there'll be Zionist Jewish camps. There's all different kinds that are officially Jewish camps. And then there's other camps where like 75% of the population that goes is Jewish. So they have like a Friday night, almost like egalitarian kind of service, non-denominational, that won't be like specifically Jewish, but there'll be like tones of Jewishness because so many Jewish kids attend the camp. And it really speaks to this idea that Jewish camping has become such a fundamental part of the American Jewish experience, and I just find it really fascinating. A book actually was just written on this. I will link it down below as well. I haven't read the whole thing, but I have flipped through it, and it is super interesting. Basically, it talks about how these camps started in like the 1950s, 60s, 70s, because a lot of Jewish kids lived in the inner city of like New York, Philadelphia, where the summers were just so hot and it was just really hard to have an enjoyable summer experience in the city. Parents were working, and these camps developed. Another part of the reason that they developed, and this is kind of like almost two opposite things going on. One was that parents had left Europe and wanted to give their kids to keep their Jewish culture. So by sending them to a Jewish summer camp, it was a way to like immerse in Jewish culture, maintain Jewish friendships, maybe meet your future husband or wife, and that was like a big selling point. On the other side, Jewish kids weren't welcome at non-Jewish camps, and so they didn't really have as much of a choice, and so they had to go to Jewish camps. And a lot of European parents also wanted them to assimilate and become more American. So by like going to an American summer camp, you know, speaking English all day instead of Yiddish, and learning American traditions, you know, the great outdoors, it kind of achieved that as well. So those are almost like kind of two opposites, being more American and being more Jewish, but they kind of did coexist, and it makes sense. So that's some of the foundation behind it. Today, the camping experience is all really next level from what it was years ago. It used to be very like loose in terms of rules and regulations, and kids really like would have a wild and independent experience, but that could be for the best. A lot of kids gained a lot of independence at camp and had a lot of freedom. They didn't have like overbearing parents on top of them all the time, and formed amazing friendships. And I feel like that's really true for my generation, the millennials. So for me and my husband, actually, we both went to sleepaway camps. His was not Jewish, but it had a lot of Jewish kids there. Mine was Jewish, and to this day, he is still best friends with his friends from summer camp, as am I. And I feel like it's just such a unique and intense bonding experience that those friendships really do last for life. if you talk to people who went to sleepaway camp, they will tell you that there's nothing like the friends that they make there, because unlike any other situation where you go home at the end of the day, in this one you are just so bonded. So it really is amazing in that way. Of course, today, you know, 2024, things are much more regulated and a lot less of that like total freedom exists because people want safety regulations and not to be sued and that sort of thing, which is a good thing. But I think that that bonding experience is still very much there. Another change that's happened, and this has partially been true the whole time, but summer camps have gotten really, really expensive. Most kids will go for a 4 to 8 week program, which is a huge amount of time, especially if you're not familiar with this world. And the idea of sending your kid for the first time away for 4 weeks seems insane. And most kids start around 2nd grade. And a lot of the camps, some of them only offer an 8-week program. Like the idea of going for less weeks isn't even possible. There are some that offer shorter programs for younger kids, but generally this idea of staying for at least 3 to 4 weeks is the mainstream of the camps, and most of them cost, are you ready for it? Most of them cost upwards of $10,000, going all the way up to $20,000 for the 8 weeks. So it is a lot of money. Some of them do have some financial aid and things like that, and you are getting, you know, 3 meals a day, fully room and board and everything for that time, but it's a huge financial investment. There are some camps that are less expensive, some that are subsidized and run by like the Jewish community centers, or you know, funded by grants and things like that. So if anyone's watching this video who wants to send their kids but is sticker shocked by that, I would still definitely reach out to the camps, because there's so much you know, options for funds and stipends and aid and all of that. So not to turn anyone away by those numbers, but just to know that like the costs are truly astounding, especially if you're sending multiple kids. Which leads me to, are we gonna send our kids to Jewish sleepaway camp? I'm not sure yet. Me and my husband, like I said, both had the most amazing experience at camp, and it truly like shaped who we are, shaped our friendships. We really valued it. For me personally, as a mom, I can't imagine sending my kids away for that length of time, so I don't think I would even consider a camp that only had an 8-week program, but I could maybe think about 3. 2 would be fine. Any more than that, I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. I do think it's a wonderful experience for them and it's a gift to them, but it is hugely expensive. I would miss them terribly. So we'll see, maybe when they're older, I don't know. For now, they're going to day camp. Actually, they'll be at Jewish camps this summer, and we'll kind of see how that goes. And yeah, so if you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments. I can't wait to chat with you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. I'll see you in the next one.